You're checking out Opie and Anthony. We got a full house today. And one of our favorite guests is in studio, Maury Povich.
Maury.
Oh, my Lord.
How are you, sir?
I don't know how this relationship started with you because we're like, Maury's not going to dig our show.
Oh, yeah, I do.
And then you came in that first time and we laughed so hard and we realized that...
I don't get this. Opie, you keep getting younger.
Thank you, sir.
And Anthony,
Thank you.
and me.
I'm getting more gray by the moment. See, he's got that hair color that the grays don't really show up in.
Well, and I didn't stay up all night. His girlfriend had minor surgery.
Had gallbladder surgery.
So he's a mess.
So I've been up for days.
Well, she doesn't need the gallbladder.
No.
Nobody needs
Nah, you get that right out. She was afraid of the gallbladder. She was fearful. I wanted to book her on your show, and you could have shaken her of that fear of the gallbladder.
I'm surprised there aren't more, ambulance-chasing gallbladder surgeons.
I got to tell you a little something about his girlfriend. She's the first one to have her gallbladder removed before her tonsils. So,
She still has she still has her tonsils. That must be nice.
I went a little younger than my own age, Maury.
That was a young girl.
I know.
All right, Maury.
Yeah. We all got ours removed at 5.
Yeah.
I'm very relieved that Maury came in here with his gray hair because we've been making fun of you. I'm like, dude, your hair is way too dark for your age on TV.
Know. But you don't understand. See, my audience, like your audience, is the youngest skewing audience in all of television.
So you don't want.
So what am I supposed to be, the mountain man?
You don't need Grandpa out there. Exactly. Maury looks good.
So in the summer, when I vacation and we have a home in, believe it or not, Montana.
Montana.
For 10 years, we go away to Montana from June to August, and I come back looking like a mountain man.
What do you chop wood and stuff? Do you do all that?
Only in the winter.
You have people to chop your wood.
Yeah, look at Maury. He hasn't had a haircut in 2 months.
2 months. I've had a haircut.
Maury's looking relaxed.
You can confirm to everybody because there's substantial numbers of people who think I wear a wig.
Oh, my God.
You got a full head. You got more hair than anyone in this studio.
No.
Maury's got a nice full head of hair. You look relaxed, too, after being on vacation for a while.
It's great.
Yeah.
What does a Maury do on vacation?
I watch my son fish.
Yeah.
He goes on the lake up there and fishes. I'm not a fisherman, but I try to, try to be interested in what he does.
What kind of fish does he go for?
He gets lake trout and whitefish and things like that. And
he doesn't do that.
Well, everybody else does, fly rods with all these, going for the trout in the lakes and the rivers, and the river runs through it. He's out there with this big pole trying to get 38-pound lake trout.
You don't get lost in the woods. I was looking at the loons. I was picking berries.
Kid learned to drive a car at 12. See, if you have enough property out there, you just
just give him the car. He's not going to run into anything anytime soon, right?
Better not.
I hate fly fishing. I've never done it, but it just looks ridiculous. If you're going to fish,
difficult. I do it, but
that looks hard.
You should fish.
But I'm the typical city guy who goes out fly fishing. I have to have somebody else put the fly on. I don't do that.
Like going out on a boat and dropping that line straight to the bottom and picking up some dinosaur from the bottom of the ocean. That's what I like.
Right. They have that
deep sea fishing.
Do you know that there are more dinosaur spottings in Montana than any other state?
Montana?
Yeah.
Really?
What are you smoking? Oh, you're talking like the fossils.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Could have made an old Maury joke there.
Right.
Only when Maury's on vacation. The most dinosaur spottings. I'm teasing, of course.
I thought Maury was seeing dinosaurs walking around.
What I want to get into immediately.
I've heard Cotton Ball Man.
Is your show. This whole, not just Cotton Ball Man, it's the whole thing. Now, the paternity shows are fantastic. Those things are through the roof. People love them.
That's a soap opera in 8 minutes.
It's amazing. The angry couple, one accusing the other of being or not being the parent.
Right.
And then they drag them both out. They argue for a while, and then Maury comes out with the results.
Yep.
And seals it. That's it. Here is definitive proof.
Right.
And they freak out.
Yeah. The woman, if it's not the father, the woman runs off the stage.
Yep.
I immediately have to go and console her.
Yes.
And the guy does flips.
Flips dancing. He's dancing around the stage that he's not the dad. And Maury's got to be, it's okay, there. Consoling Maury, one of the best things on television.
In Maury's head, he's doing flips, too, because he's like, oh, man, this is good TV. My ratings.
Yeah.
But it's great. But there was one dramatic decision that we made early on, and I don't know why I made it. I don't know the answers.
Oh, so you don't even know them until...
I don't know the answers until I open up the envelope.
That's kind of good.
And it's the same thing on cheating. I don't know the answers to that stuff.
Have you gotten good at speculating just by looking at the people?
It's the pause.
Yeah.
You know, that moment when I open the envelope and I know, but nobody else does.
Have you gotten good, though? Have you gotten
Yeah, it's a Jack Benny pause. It's pretty good.
you kind of know. You go, I know this guy's the father. I know it.
But I get surprised all the time.
Really?
Oh, absolutely. You can't figure it out until you open the envelope.
Yeah, because sometimes I'm positive. I'm like, oh, that's got to be the
woman.
kid.
How about the woman? I never slept with anybody else.
Never.
He took my virginity.
Yeah.
You are not the father.
Yeah.
How is she just lying there? Immaculate conception.
She went to the dentist.
Hey, good callback there, Bobby.
Now, I got to talk about the fear shows. These shows that...
Cotton ball man.
Wait, you have people facing their fears.
And before that, though, the primordial dwarf thing, I just want to point out something. Tyra Banks is now doing primordial dwarf.
She is.
And the first thing I was saying is, Maury did that years ago. He invented the primordial dwarf.
He discovered him. He went to some small island somewhere and discovered them.
We finished those shows in year 4.
Yeah.
We're in year 20.
Yeah. And what we love is how you played hide and seek. We got to bring up the hide and seek again. Where you hit him in the cabinets and in the wastebaskets.
Come on now. But she wanted to do that.
Where's Tammy? Where is she?
I'm over here, Maury.
Oh, you're in the bookcase.
Anthony, you remember that bit.
Oh, I loved it.
It's one of our favorites.
I loved it.
She's in the bookcase with all Maury's Emmys.
Hiding behind all of my Emmys. I loved it.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm like, no, he put her in a bookcase.
That's a long time ago.
Oh, yeah, that was a while ago.
Well, Tyra thinks she discovered something new.
You know, that happened in Opie and Anthony 1, I think.
Yes, phase 1.
Phase 1. That happened before our first firing.
Yeah, that was a while ago. Oh, but it's
Talking about that, I see your buddy's coming back.
Imus.
Don Imus.
I mean, yeah. We work for the company that fired him, so we can't be too excited.
Oh, was that
bad, Imus, bad
Imus.
Ooh, that wasn't good what you did.
That $20 million they paid out could have gone to our show. Now we can't get anything. No advertising budget for us.
The only thing I was surprised at was I didn't know he was making that little.
They paid him, it looks like half of what they owed him. So,
half the contract.
We're happy for Imus, Dime Man. And he'll be back doing his thing.
Lucky bastard. How do you do that?
But more, you got
It's like me. It's like, I always wanted Geraldo to return, and he never did.
No, never came
Once
back.
he left talk.
That was it.
He wanted to go legit. No one's ever heard of him since.
Off to,
When you open a safe and there's nothing in it.
That was one of the biggest faux pas.
I don't know what he did
television.
after that, to be honest with you.
On television. Well, he gave away our positions to the enemy on Fox News. I do remember that one. Where he drew in the sand in Iraq where where the enemy positions were, or in Afghanistan.
I always wanted Donahue to come back. See, there are a lot of fossils.
Yeah.
Not only in Montana, but elsewhere.
Didn't he try to come back?
He came back on MSNBC for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then he was too political for them or something.
I think you guys are kind of, in there. Like, you got this niche where you're in there, and it's kind of hard to bring people back because it's like, what? It's so old news and everything.
See, I want to go out. Here, I have one hero on this.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go out the way Carson went out. Once you leave, nobody ever sees you again.
That's it.
You do not appear. They want to give Carson all these special awards.
Right.
Bring him back. Do this big
cameo
special
on the Oscars.
Yes.
Yeah,
do this
anything.
special thing. He refused everything.
The only thing he did, when Letterman started, he walked out on the stage, sat down. Do you remember this?
No.
He sat down at Letterman's desk.
At CBS.
And kind of looked around and said, nah. And then got up and left. That was an amazing
That was
that was the only thing he ever did.
And that must have been 15 years ago.
Yeah, when Letterman went to 11:30. But Carson did walk out on that stage basically to show, look, he's my successor. And we love Leno, but, that's what Carson did for Letterman.
Well, they said he was kind of forced out, Jay's manager or whatever. The NBC kind of forced Carson out, so why would he go back and take awards from them when he probably felt like he got squeezed?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, NBC would call him up every year. Johnny, we want to do a special show. Right in sweeps, of course. And Carson said, I'm out. I swore to myself I would never appear again.
Done.
Oh, he's rich. That guy must have made 80, 90 grand a year.
Perhaps more than that, Jim. Did you get the DVD set of
Of Carson?
Carson? Yeah,
no,
it's amazing.
I just watch the commercials.
Yeah, you watch the commercials, pretty much everything. No, it really is amazing.
Oh,
great
Me and my
box
chick
set.
were watching that on the way to San Francisco, and I had to take the I was such a blubbering zilch when Bette Midler was singing to him at the end, and I had to take my headphones on because I was tearing up on the plane. And
sensitive.
But she's not crying. She's looking at me like, you Nancy. How do I sleep with you? It was really sad.
Hey, so you got our attention again, Maury, because the fear shows we can't get enough of.
Yeah.
The Phobias.
Maury, the Phobias. Yeah. I'm just wondering, did you consult with maybe a psychiatrist, a psychologist, therapist, to see if this really is the best way to cure people of their phobias?
I heard that, Anthony. You have a good point there.
Yeah, because I'm kind of like...
shock them.
Shock them?
With a 7-foot-tall cotton ball man.
Cotton ball man. This woman that's afraid of a single cotton ball would throw her into a tizzy. You don't start with the cotton ball 20 feet away from the room, from her in a room with a therapist going, there it is, now calm down, calm down. You attack her with a cotton monster.
And I want to tell you something. I don't know where they're coming from, so I figure if he's coming out on one wing of the stage, okay, I'll handle that. And she runs the other way, and we got an entry 1 and 1A over there, the other side.
And there's another guy
dressed up as a cotton ball man.
But the best part, Maury, is that you're mocking them.
Why am I mocking?
You're laughing your ass off.
I'm not mocking
and you
them.
think it's hilarious that they're...
Could I drag them on the show?
No.
Haven't they seen other Phobia shows?
I would think they
Aren't
would.
we just answering these desperate letters?
You don't have
Very good.
Wait, you don't have to laugh so hard. Let me play more.
The laughter is killer.
Well, but
I love it.
Come on.
Defend yourself here. Let me play the Andrea who's afraid of birds, and Maury, you just had to bring out one lousy bird. But listen to Maury. Just listen to Maury losing his mind in this clip.
We have to have you face your fears, Andrea. Let's bring out the birds.
Ominous music.
And you go, and your voice changes. Bring out the birds.
Bring out the birds.
Bring out the birds.
It sounds like a guy trying to get to first base on a date. Like, no, listen, this is what you do.
Bring out the birds.
Whoa. Wait a second, Andrea. Wait a minute.
You're sick. Wait, Andrea. She wants out of the situation. You're like, no way, I need good TV. Get back here.
I love it.
Two of the people jumped the entire the entire grandstand in the audience. I mean, they jumped over the grandstand.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Thankfully, of course, they signed this waiver.
You guys know how to work these things.
Don't do this.
It's one little bird.
Come here, Andrea.
She's losing her mind.
Now, of course, here's the worst part.
Yeah.
Many viewers, people in the audience, think it's fake.
Really?
They think this is all staged. You can't stage stuff
She's
like
losing her mind.
Wait, who said on our show they thought it was fake? I'm like, this is not fake. Maury finds these these crazies.
I'm telling you, none of it is. You can't stage that.
Right. No, she is hyperventilating. She's screaming. And
we got medics all over the place.
Oh, do you? Just in case the one drops.
Maury doesn't need lawsuits.
We've got EMTs
right.
on every side of the
God.
There's no therapist, but there's medics in case she dies.
EMT.
Consulting physician, Mengele.
Andrea, one bird.
One bird's a pterodactyl.
Oh, my God, listen to her.
You think she's kidding now? You think she's acting now? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I proved myself right.
Basically, he wants to say, isn't this great TV?
Exactly.
I think so.
Then, of course, there was the pickle lady, and that showed up on YouTube forever.
Yep. Pickle lady, afraid of pickles.
And what you don't know, the mustard lady, scared of mustard, and not. I'll say this: she did have an everyman attitude. It was French's mustard she was afraid of.
Wow!
Not Grey Poupon.
Not afraid of Grey Poupon. Just French's mustard.
And of course, we bring out this breaking tray. we have Mustard Man. In a squeeze bottle. No, we don't. No.
out.
You should have done a little Nickelodeon thing and just like dropped the mustard from the sky on the poor person.
Well, why was she afraid of it? What was the reasoning behind it?
Did she give a reason?
It was the color. It was
the color of mustard got her.
And she didn't like, when you take the squeeze bottles and the sound it makes when you push it on a hot dog or something like that.
It just sounds like a fart.
Yeah, sure. So anyway, that was Mustard Lady was big.
We got the pickle audio.
Pickle, oh, God.
Mariah describes her fear of pickles. Maury sends her to a pickle factory. Maury asks why she's so afraid.
All right.
And then, of course, you have to bring out a giant plate of pickles.
The really big ones. In the old days, the ones that were in the barrel.
Yeah, the big, scary pickles.
Or you can't get your hand out of the jar when you're trying to get your pickle.
You don't have to be a shrink to figure out why it's pickles with mozzarella balls. They just terrify me.
But how about the coach, spends 13 minutes with them, and they're cured.
Cured of their pickle phobia.
Yeah, sure they are, Maury.
You don't think so?
No.
No, because I think it goes a little deeper. I think, like Jimmy was saying, I think if a girl is afraid of pickles, she probably also doesn't like razor stubble and whiskey breath late in the night.
She also
Something
like
tells
hot
me.
dogs.
But we can be cruel. We can be cruel.
No.
My former personal assistant, great woman named Sarah Drew, was scared of mice, and unbeknownst to her, we brought the mice in. Taped it. She went nuts.
Taped it, of course.
Look at Maury. He loves this.
Maury, you afraid of anything? You got a phobia of anything?
Snakes. But
snakes.
That's with everybody.
Let's bring the snakes on.
Yeah.
Look at the snakes. That'd be great.
My son, my 12-year-old, he loves snakes. I hate snakes.
Yeah, snakes not fun.
Not good.
Montana, any poisonous snakes up there?
No, actually, not in my area, but there are a lot of rattlers elsewhere. Not in my place. My son sees some when he was about 6, he saw the snake, and he has his 6-year-old friend next to him, and he says, "Stay here. I'm going to get my net. I want to capture the snake." He's going up for a butterfly net, and the girl's going crazy. And the snake slithers away, and the girl's going nuts, and my son comes back and is ready to kill her because the snake's gone.
Wow. And then he went, "Dad, I got a great idea for shows."
Right.
You scare the crap out of girls.
When you start taping the new season?
Like a week from today.
Are we going to do something? Our show?
Ready?
Well, we did it before, right?
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I see you got the cell from South Park. You're going to auction off.
What happened?
No. I sent you South Park?
Oh, yeah.
Remember South Park?
Oh, that's hanging in my new place.
Oh, really?
Iraq's
you were supposed to auction that thing off.
Iraq's got
Is that what you did with all the Katrina stuff?
Here it is, right here.
Yeah, we just use it.
Honestly, we raised, how much did we get?
A very good amount of money.
We did pretty good for the
55 grand, somebody told me.
55? Yeah. I thought it was more than that. Yeah. What happened to this? This was supposed to be auctioned off. He's right.
You're going to do that. You got to find the next cause.
We didn't sell it because it wasn't signed by Maury, so...
Oh, we got to sign now.
It.
Oh, well, now.
My best, Maury Povich. Yeah.
That's a real...
It's when
South Park did this show... Oh, the classic show on us.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And it's a sell from that actual show.
So,
Maury,
in fact, I called them up right afterwards, and they said they wouldn't answer my call because they thought I was going to sue them. So I said... they finally answered. I said, "Yes, Mr. Povich." I said... "Look, can you send me some of those cells that you made the show from? I would love to have them in my office." So they sent us some.
So what do we...
We got new stuff, but I don't know what it is. See, as soon as I leave you, I go down, the producer tells me, but we got to have something new.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been living off our rep for so long.
Yep.
Some new stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you tape, how many shows do you tape? You tape like 5 or 6 a week?
We do 6 a week, 2 a day, 3 days a week, usually Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Wow.
That's a nice
The
schedule.
most diverse studio audience.
Yes,
in the history of television.
Indeed.
In fact, NBC, owns us. So they wanted to move the show to 30 Rock. I said, "I don't think you want my diverse audience up there at 30 Rock."
It really is. How do you...
It doesn't, fit with that NBC...
How do you get such a full audience like that, too?
They love it.
They bust in there.
They come from all over the country, but a lot of them are local, and they just love to come down.
It's great. The worst audience Ant and I saw, we were on John McEnroe's Veiled talk show.
Oh, were you?
And,
oh, my God, yeah.
You were on that?
Well, technically,
yeah, like the last show, I think.
But if you're on a show and no one saw you, then were you really on the show? I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
So,
Twilight Zone.
But we walk out, right? And these people had no clue who we were. They bust them in. Oh. Half of them looked like they were recovering from some kind of drug overdose.
My guys are like my best friends. They call me Murray.
Right. I love you,
Murray. Murray, let me tell you.
I could do a whole bit. You know, that's it. That's what I got to do. www.themauryshow.com, where all this stuff, you can see all this stuff. I'm going to just a litany of all the mispronunciations of my name.
Oh, that is good. Yeah.
By my favorite people in the audience.
By the audience. Murray.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So we'll have to figure out something for you. We could send a bunch
we'd
of
like to do something.
We could send a bunch of our guys your way. We got some freaks. Big A.
Yeah, you got to do something with Big A, man.
Yeah, Big A you could do something with. Or,
like a little makeover and maybe a night out.
Yeah.
Well, that's why the paternity shows have gotten so big, because one of my friends told me, he says he plays golf, and he was in the caddy shack, and all the caddies are watching the show on the tube in the caddy shack, and one guy was saying to the other, anybody ever accuse you of being the father of your child? Oh, yeah, all the time. All the time? I mean, back home, people say, oh, yeah, all the time they accuse me of being the father of their babies. Well, what do you do? I says, I tell them all the same thing. Well, what do you tell them? He says, I ain't the daddy till Maury tells me I'm the daddy.
Have you been around longer than Springer and Markel?
Briefly. I mean, like when I say, maybe a half a year to a year. I started. They had one of these slow rollouts, you know, where you start in part of the country but not all the country, and that happened the same year that I went full blast. It was 17, 18 years ago.
Wow,
you did all the gossip shows too.
The Current Affair.
Current Affair, of course.
That was.
You started all that.
Yeah. You remember the first Maury show, what the subject
really
matter
bad.
was?
It was really bad.
Was it?
Yeah.
Really?
It was just so boring.
You got to kind of get into, and feel where the show has to go.
When should you talk to your child about sex?
Oh, boy.
Was that the first show?
Something like that. And I'm wearing a suit, tie, all dressed up. The Tom Brokaw view of
Well, yeah. Oh, Jesus. You also do the shows where the teens gone wild.
They're
where they are just out of control teens.
You don't know me. You don't know me.
They're backstage. I love the backstage camera where they're just mouthing off to the camera, showing how hot they are.
Right. Then I bring out D. West.
Yeah. And he just talks all kinds of crap to him. Those girls, you just want to grab them by the throat and smack them in the face.
Exactly.
And the parents, the mother is just crying.
And all the mothers in the audience are going, you give me 3 minutes for that kid.
Yeah. It's like the mother's crying. You're like, Maury, she beats me up. We have fights. I'm like, how does this girl beat this woman up?
I know.
Yeah.
Or the little ones, the ones that weigh 75 pounds.
Yeah.
13, they haven't had a morsel in their mouth for 2 years. And the mother, who, by the way, is bigger than this couch.
Yeah, always. Why don't you tell them that the show is going to be Teens Gone Wild, but then call it Horrible Parents?
Right.
And sit them down and yell at the parents why they're not parenting these children.
Because our parents wouldn't allow us.
Oh, my God. If I even mouthed off once.
It was over.
It was over, and I would not do it again.
Yeah.
I don't understand how they sit there crying, going, she won't. And then the kid comes out, yells at the audience, and the audience yells back, and then starts yelling at the mother.
Right.
And the mother cries, see, Mikey, she just yells at me all the time. Murphy.
Murphy. Listen, we got to take a break.
All right.
We got Rob Zombie here as well.
Yeah.
I mean, you could hang Maury. What do you want to do?
I got to go.
Maury's
I gotta get my hair
man.
I got to get my hair.
Don't make it too dark on TV. It's getting a little creepy.
You think so?
Yeah, it looks fun.
Maury looks great.
It looks great right now. A little salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Tell him to do a little salt and pepper job
this
for
is
you.
all white, baby.
You got the girls trying to come on to Maury? A couple of the girls going, hey, Maury.
Hey, he's a married man.
He's very well known to be married.
I'm not saying that he's doing anything. I'm just saying. So you got any groupies? Maury groupies?
No. Yeah, a little.
Yeah, you got a nice distinguished look. You got a power base there. I bet you're lying.
By the way,
well, we have a videotape of you.
I love the show you did with your wife there. I know it didn't do too well, but I was watching it.
The MSNBC, that was good show.
I watched it every week.
Then, of course, the problem is, so she gives this She can't sing a lick.
Oh, my God, I remember that.
We haven't talked to Maury since then.
Remember that?
Yeah. The song that she sang at the end.
To say goodbye.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for the memories.
It was too brief, the song, though.
It was too brief? She did the Baker Boys. She did the Fabulous Baker Boys falling off the piano.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody thought that she had, like, imploded. Yeah. That she had gone nuts.
Exactly.
And they start writing these stories about what has happened to Connie Chung.
Well, I would call people to watch the show on when was it on the weekend or something, right?
It was on the weekend,
and I'm like,
Sunday.
Come here. I don't think they know they're on TV. You got to watch this.
That was pretty much the gist of the show.
Exactly. It was like, do they realize people are watching this?
So finally, everybody goes crazy. Right? Everybody goes crazy. Leno had the best bit. So he brings Connie on to explain the song that she sang. And Connie says, well, I can sing off-key perfectly. And Leno goes, and you've mastered it.
You guys both have a great sense of humor.
Yeah, well, we had a lot of fun.
And you can tell you guys have a really nice relationship. But it was fun to watch.
It was great.
Well, that's what happens when people that are, legitimate news people for so many years show that they're human and have a sense of humor.
Right.
All of a sudden, it's like they're off their rockers.
Of course.
They've lost their minds.
They have no sense.
You can't show that emotion.
Was there ever a weird thing? This is like, because she is a very legitimate, quote-unquote, journalist. Was there ever a time where she said, look, what are you doing? I'm an anchor.
Why are you dragging me into your world?
She would look at me funny sometimes. Don't take me down this road.
But was it never anything weird? Like
No.
Hey, we're running really late.
Thanks, guys.
Maury, we can hang with you all morning.
Thanks so much.
Let's do this. Let's do a home and home.
Great, man.
All right,
absolutely.
We'll do a thing. See you all.
We'll throw some ideas by you. See what you would
check your, as my PR people would say, check your local listings.
Local listings.
Show. Some big markets they're on 3 times a day, just like Opie and Anthony on XM Radio.
Yeah, it's Maury Povich, everyone.
Maury,
Rob
thanks,
Zombie
man.
next. It's Opie and Anthony.